Welcome to RJ classes, and again today we'll do the continuation of the video electricity. So in last video we had understood static electricity, we have understood charged object, uncharged object, and today we will first of all we will learn the method of charging an object. Method of charging an object. Charging an object. So there are the three methods to charge an object. So in order to make a neutral object that does not contain any charge, that is the neutral. So in order to make that neutral object charged, we have the three method, and that method is applied for different kinds of object. First method, that is the friction, charging by friction. We call it charging by friction. So the friction method. Second one, conduction method, and the third one is induction. So we have the three method, and in this video first of all we will discuss these three method, and after that we will do the other things if there is a time to. Friction. So first method, that is the friction method. So what is the friction? We know very well friction. So whenever the two surfaces move or slide over each other, the force that opposes the motion of the object is said to be the frictions. By friction we can charge the object. So what kind of object is generally being charged by the method of frictions? So generally those objects which are the poor conductor, or we can call it insulators. So generally non-metals or the poor conductors are generally charged by the method of the friction, because by the other method their electrons cannot get transferred from one place to the other places, because they do not contain free electrons. So the charging of friction generally involves those metal or those substances which are the poor conductor, which are the insulators, and in this method the two objects are brought in contact with each other, they are rubbed together. This keep in mind. So in this method the objects should be in contact with each other, they should be rubbed with each other, and while rubbing, so suppose we have the object A and the object B. So the two objects are brought in contact with each other and they are rubbed with each other. So when they are rubbed, one of the object will lose electron, and that electron will be accepted by the other object. That means if this object has a lost two electrons, so that two electron is accepted by this object. So as many as electrons is lost by one object, that much electron is only accepted by the other objects. So in the method of the friction, one object get positively charged and other object get negatively charged. So in the method of friction we understood, whenever the two objects are rubbed together, there is the loss or the gain of electron. One object loses electron, and wins the object that loses electron develop on that develop positive charge, and the object that gain electrons acquire negative charge, and the number of positive charge acquired by the object that has lost the electron will be equals to the number of negative charge acquired by the object that has gained the electron, because as much as electron has been lost, that much of electron can only be gained. So number of electron lost and gained are always equals. So in the method of friction we understood two or more things. First one, objects should be in touch with each other. Obviously this method go well with the poor conductor, and one acquire positive charge and other acquire negative charge, and number of positive and negative charge are always equal. So this is the method of charging by friction. The other method we have to charge the object, that method is conduction. Conduct, that means from whenever the two objects are kept in contact, whenever the two things are kept in contact, and if there is the movement of one thing from the particle to particle, that is called conduction. So by the method of conduction, now this time we will charge an uncharged object, that is the neutral object. So what is the method and what kind of object generally get charged by the method of conduction? So metals and the good conductor having the free electrons. So any of the metals can be charged by the method of conduction. Yeah, any of the good conductor can be charged by the method of conduction. What is the method of conduction? In this method, first of all, we take an uncharged object. Suppose this is the neutral object. And suppose this object is to be charged positively or negatively. So whatever the charge we needed, so accordingly that we will bring a charged object, the previously charged object, an object that is already charged from earlier. So we will bring the object and we will keep in touch with the object. Suppose this object is positively charged, and this object will keep in touch with this object. So in the method of the conduction, we bring the charged object in direct contact with the neutral object, and whenever the object is brought in direct contact with the neutral object, some of the charge from the charged object get transferred to the neutral object, and the neutral object also get charged. That means in other way we can say, so charged object shares some of its charge with the neutral object, making it also charged. So in this method, so two or more things is observable. First thing, the two objects, the neutral object and the charged object, should be in contact with each other. Obviously in contact. Second thing, the transfer of charge take place from the charged object to the neutral object. Obviously that means the neutral object will acquire the same charge. That means, so in contact, first thing, that means you will have to keep the object in contact with each other. They acquire the same charge, same charge, and obviously the method go well with the good conductor. So this is the method of conduction. Now the next method, that is the induction. Third one, induction method. Induction is something different. First one, induction. Now we take a neutral object and we take a charge object. Here a charge object, and this one is neutral object. In this situation, we not keep the charge object in contact with the neutral object, but we keep the charge object at a distance from the neutral object, nearer to the neutral object, but not in contact with the neutral object. Remember properly. So in the method of conduction, we used to bring the charge object in contact with the neutral object, but in this method, we will not bring the charge object in contact with the neutral object, but in this situation we will bring the charge object nearer to the neutral object, and while doing so, it will acquire some charge, but this time that charge will be completely opposite to the charge object. The object that has been brought, the charge object that has been brought nearer to it. If suppose we have brought positive charge nearer to it, so it will acquire positive charge, then it will require negative charge. If we have brought positive charge, so negative charge, so in that case it will acquire positive charge. That means opposite charge will get developed on the neutral object. So this is the method of induction. So in the method of induction, we understood a method of charging an object in which a charged object is brought nearer to the neutral object, and while doing so, the neutral object develops some charge that is opposite to the charged object, and this whole process is said to be the induction. Now, so induction, first of all, obviously they go well with the conductors. Second, first one, they go well with the conductors. The second one, the neutral, or they are not in contact with each other. They are a charged object. Charged object or objects are kept at a distance from neutral object. Second one, opposite charge developed on the object. So the object does not contain the same charge, but the opposite charge developed on the neutral object. So we have the three methods of the charging the object. The first one is the friction, second one is the conduction, and third one is the induction. So friction, it go well with the poor conductor, so in that case it is not easy to move the electrons. So in that situation we rub the object, and by rubbing क्या हो जाएगा, electron get transferred from one object to the another object. That means one loss means loss electron and other gain electron. In second situation, conduction, it go well with the metals, and in that situation they are kept in contact with each other, and the transfer of electron, transfer of charge take place, and they acquire the same charge. And in this method, so charged objects are kept nearer but not in contact to the neutral object, and the opposite polarity, opposite charge developed on the neutral object. So if we need to write the difference between the friction and conduction and induction, so in that case we can write it easily. So in order to write the difference between the conduction and induction, so use your points, use your characteristic that I have written. Conduction and induction, if we need to give a difference, so in that case what will be the difference between the conduction and induction? The first point of difference between the conduction and induction, that means in conduction they should be in contact with each other. In induction, the charged object are kept at a distance, means क्या हो जाएगा, kept around but not in contact with the neutral object. Second thing, develop the same charge and develop the opposite charge. So that is the difference. So that is the different method by which a neutral object and uncharged object can be charged. So this is the different method. In next video we will do the other topic.